Tuesday, 9th of September, you're back in business with me, Harsha Subramaniam. With change of guard almost 5 months ago, biscuit major Britannia has been aggressively building its innovation pipeline. Britannia, in fact, has pulled up its socks and aimed to knock rival Parle for the top slot in that business, it seems. That's the story of Britannia in the last 6 months for you. Varun Berry has taken over as the MD, the new managing director of the company a few months ago. He's going to be joining us in just a while to talk about their business. Saloni is also standing by to take us through what the company's plans have been. Saloni.
Harsha, just like you mentioned, the way the company has performed in the last 6 months or so, the stock has risen by about 50%. But you see, they have an aggressive capex plan now lined up for this financial year. So the capex is about 200 odd crore rupees. They're also looking at increasing their production capacity, which currently stands at 40%. So it's about 64% for the next 3 years is what they are planning. Also, a series of new product launches lined up. But interestingly, it's the biscuit wars that is being fought between Parle and Britannia, and Parle and ITC and Britannia. As far as this market share in the biscuit segment is concerned, Britannia stands at about 30%, Parle stands at about 33%. So it's a neck-to-neck competition that we are seeing in the biscuit segment. As far as ITC is concerned, we saw a new cookie range that was launched by Britannia very recently, that's Mom's Magic, and ITC very recently launched a same variant of Good Day, that is Britannia's flagship product. So we're seeing interesting fight in the biscuit and the cookie segment as far as ITC, Britannia and Parle is concerned, and Britannia clearly lining up a series of launches at least for FY15.
So thank you for that. Well, in fact, I'm joined by Varun Berry from Britannia. Varun, thanks so much for joining in. What's your assessment of growth currently? And secondly, has there been a shift in your strategy since you took over?
Okay, so let me start with the growth. As I've spoken earlier as well, growth has slowed down, not just for FMCG, but for foods as well as for biscuits. The growths were high teens, and now they are in the mid single digits. But with the new government, with some decisions happening, and the country moving in the right direction, I think growth should come back, but I don't think they're going to come back in a hurry. It's going to take a year or so before we get to double-digit growths in our industry. So that was your first question. Second question was, what is our strategy, and are we going to focus on biscuits? Yes, the core of our company is biscuits, and our focus is going to remain on biscuits as we go forward as well. We are in the process of writing a strategic plan, which is going to be the next 3 to 5 years, and we will decide which are the adjacent categories that we will get into, but that's not going to happen in 2015 for sure.
Right.
The focus in 2015 is going to be biscuit, cake and rusk.
Right. So Varun, the street wants to know what's your outlook on profitability. Is there a scope for you to be improving your margins? Is there a target that you're working with?
So we don't give any outlooks on profitability, but what I can tell you is that from a strategic standpoint, we are looking at all-out war on waste. We are looking at cutting out any fixed costs which are which are not required in our P&L, and certainly from a product standpoint, we're looking at premiumizing our portfolio. All of these have the potential to take us on the right path as far as profitability is concerned.
Varun, there are reports that ITC is waging a war with you, specifically in the Good Day biscuit segment. What's going on there?
It's always interesting to have competition coming at you, and in categories where we dominate, we certainly expect competition to attack us. And that what that does clearly is it gets consumers to come back to the category. So if we are seeing a 6% growth in biscuits, I'm sure it's going to take that growth up for sure. I've seen that in the cola wars between Coke and Pepsi. I've seen it in some of my earlier assignments. Competition always gets the growth up, and it's on us to make sure that we combat competition in the right way and get our portfolio to be the best and to win against anyone who attacks us.
Sure. How do you hope to enhance your distribution network? I understand you're going to be investing in your rural distribution network. Can you give us some numbers?
So again, it's an outlook question that you're asking. What I'll give you, the answer is where we stand today. Today, 60% of our revenues come out of urban and 40% from rural. We have a lot more scope in the rural areas. Our share in rural areas is lower than what it is in the urban areas. So it's up to us to make sure that we get our products available in every small outlet in every small village, and that's what we are endeavoring to do. We have started a hub and spoke model, which is taking our distribution into villages above 5,000 population, and the second stage is going to be to take our products to villages over 2,000 population.
Sure.
And that's giving us very good results.
Sure. Well, I remember earlier Britannia used to talk about, 7 power brands or something to that effect. Are you cutting back on some of your brands? Are you pulling out any of your variants?
So it's not about cutting back, it's about focusing the resources that you have. So what we are saying is that there is a certain reservoir of resources which has to be put behind brands. We are going to make sure that we put it behind brands which have a right to succeed, which are stronger than others in our portfolio. So that's what we are doing.
Right.
We are focusing our monies behind the 5 big brands. It doesn't mean that there will not be any other brands besides the 5. We are rationalizing our portfolio, which means we are cutting out SKUs, but we are not cutting out brands at this point in time. There might be some consolidation as we go forward, and that is necessary for a company our size. We have to consolidate, we have to put money behind the winners,
Sure.
and we have to make sure that we bring focus to our portfolio.
Well, I have one final question. Could you give us an update? I understand that you're going to be selling your land in Bangalore. Could you give us an update on where that stands?
It's too early to give you an update, but I can tell you what we've done already. We have got an office in Whitefield, so we will be shifting to that office by the beginning of next year.
Right.
And that this property which I'm sitting on right now will be available at that point in time. We will do our due diligence on what the value of this land will be, but certainly this piece of land is too expensive for us to have an office on at this point in time.
We'll leave it there, Varun. Many thanks indeed for joining us, and good luck to you. Varun Berry, Managing Director, Britannia, and that's how the cookie crumbles for Britannia. The stock's up 47% in 6 months. Coming up next.